Evening, whenever you're sitting down to watch this episode of the Caffeinated Dad Gaming live stream. I am live for a little bit this afternoon. I'm going to be working on some of our dailies. It's time for us to sit down, have a cup of coffee. Hope you that was obnoxious. I hope you do too. Everything is going good. Hope you are doing well. Things are looking good over here. Just released the most recent death equals delete, we'll say live stream, death equals delete video, which is always fun. I always like seeing that. But what I will say is that the fun bit that I get, especially from that particular series, is just like, I feel like I just end up talking to myself most of the time. I guess if that makes sense, I guess. I don't know. Wait, Astral, why are you yelling whale at me? What does that mean? What are you trying to get at? What are you trying to do? Okay. I need to do some PvP, it looks like. Yeah, because I just want to knock out some dailies while I'm here. I'm on my lunch break. I need to, wait, are the dailies ranked? Reward track. Okay, no, they're not ranked. Let's do regular. It's just well. What do you say? Hold on, I can do this. Oh, whale. That sounded creepy more than anything. I'm gonna move on. What is up, buddy? Hope you are doing well. Hope things are going good in your neck of the woods. What did you think of the story? The story that just released the other day. What are your thoughts? Did you like it? Did you not like it? You know, what do you what do you think thus far? You haven't finished the story. I know you're busy though. I know you're a busy man. You got a lot of stuff going on. Midway through, been farming the map. Honestly, like, I've really been enjoying the actual map, and I like this change too. I know this is kind of hard to see because, of course, PvP stuff. But I like that they changed the way that the Cryptus rifts are actually going to go. You're not necessarily, like, stopping them from coming through. You're stopping them from getting through. So they're trying to leave, and you got to stop them. And I like that. I think that's cool. You're quelling, I should say. Quelling the uprising. Delicious. Today's been a busy day. Today's been always, as always, a hectic day. But things are good. This is just a normal match. What do I need? I just need one reward. And I think I gotta complete or get 5 rewards for the weekly. Win 5 games of structured PvP. Okay, that's not bad. And it was something subtle, I feel like. I feel like that was like just a subtle touch that worked out really well. I'll be honest with you. So you guys are actually going to be able to see when I am capable of doing my dailies, and this is what I try to do during the day, or at least during a couple times during the week, is just like actually jump on and do a couple of things before I have to log off for my lunch break on a Discord bot for fun, but not sure what to make it do. Some of the interesting bots I've seen have been like the ones who are capable of like playing like the games, like they're able to play games for you while your participants are in the Discord. Like you could do like the it's almost like channel points actually over on Twitch, which if anyone is watching, I am live over on Twitch, and I would recommend there as well, just because that's also where we're the Twitch drops are going. If you aren't aware, there's a lot of those going on. No, that isn't. Yeah. Gotta type it out. Pokemon. There we go. So that is the link if you are curious. I got this. Go. That is over for all the sweet, we'll say, drops that are going on right now. But yeah, I kind of want to make this work during the day where I sit down and I actually have a little bit of time to actually stream during the day, because I feel like that just ends up making up for my time. Oh dear. Don't like it. I'm out. Oh, good dodge. That was well done. How to play a ranger-only bow in PvP. Is it possible? Absolutely, Vander. You can absolutely do it. The way that I would probably set it up, it depends on what type of ranger you're doing. Now, I created a while ago just an introductory PvP guide for the ranger, and essentially all it was it was like a Valkyrie longbow, which is one of the original, we'll say, like good builds. Like if you ever wanted to just have a can I get up to you? No, I can't. Okay, you came down. If you ever wanted to have just a solid build, that was one that still, and it still holds up today. It's still a very good choice, honestly. Am I rooted? Okay. Oh, did I get him? Oh, I did get him, but it didn't finish. Okay, that's fine. Let's go help out our boy over here. Oh, I was hoping to get a magnetic aura off, but that didn't work out at all. Anyway, you guys aren't watching anything good, so just get your Twitch drops is all I would say. Booze, what's up, buddy, over on Twitch? Goose afternoon, Jared, how are you? The longbow tends to be a good option for obviously power. Shortbow is your more option for condition damage. If you can skirt around, I didn't actually drink any coffee. If you can actually skirt around the enemy and he's too far, I think. Not good. Gotta roll out. Can't save him there. That's fine. We'll move out. You guys aren't actually watching anything but my face. There you go. So I would say that the short bow tends to be more about like skirting around in combat versus the, we'll say your other option, which of course is a longbow. Come on. Oh, no. How does Caffeinated Dad get out of this one? Ah, not enough. That's okay. We're getting kind of wrecked anyway. Short bow is good for the condition damage, and especially if you can keep targets away. It works really well in conjunction with like traps. You might see a condition damage oriented build around for like the druid, especially with the changes to like Blood Moon and how much condition damage they deal. It's actually really good. Bear, to actually get you with the pistols, I'm actually interested in seeing what their interaction is specifically with like attunements, and then even the I'm gonna let the warrior. Never mind, we're getting wrecked everywhere we go. I'm interested to see the interactions that it has with, we'll say, essentially the attunement swapping. Now, I imagine that it would be something along those lines. I'm not trying to mess with that. Every time I mess with that Mirage, he... Ugh. And the Deadeye. Yeah, this is not a good match for me today. I do think that you're going to be able to shoot allies. Like, I know that they've already talked about the Mesmer being an option as far as the rifle. And it's apparently it's supposed to be healing. Someone told me that it was healing oriented, which I'm like, I can't even really fathom. Honestly, like, I'm still trying to figure it out. Get that dude. We're going to follow this down. Can't get to him, he's below me. Holy crap, that daze. That daze, I was dazed for like 5 minutes. Holy crap. Woo. I think it would be interesting to be a support build. Honestly, I really do. I think it would be a pretty fun, especially with like the inspiration trait lines. I think would be fun for the Mesmer. But for the Elementalist with the pistols, it's I agree with Jared. It's probably going to be a ton of conditions and a lot of we'll say strong. We'll say attunement swapping. Like the amount of damage. Okay, you got that. Oh, wait for it. And I'm by myself again. And blocked. Ugh, not a good map. I think it would be pretty interesting, especially given the attunement swapping and what you would be able to do. Now, what I think would be a lot of fun. Now, let me put it this way, and I probably shouldn't start with PvP. What I think would be a lot of fun is the interaction with the Weaver Elite Specialization. I think that would be, man, we got triple capped all over the place anyway, even before they got that. I think that would be a lot of fun if they figured out a way to make the Weaver have its more, we'll say, interesting build, and especially with your interactions with roll back. I think it would be a pretty interesting with how they handle the Weaver. Honestly, I think that's the one I'm most excited for. Obviously, they're gonna have a ton of burning. They're gonna have a ton of this is just not a good place anyway. What was that? Arena net, please. Oh, and then there's the Specter and the Deadeye all at once. Woof. New to Guild Wars 2, and I just want to say I'm very grateful for the videos you made. Hey, I appreciate that. Thank you. Don't watch this one. I'm getting wrecked right as you speak. I think I died like 7 times. I have not done well this match at all. Strongest PvP class in one shooting, range shooting, I guess, Panda, is that what you're after? I would say strongest range class. When you say range class, like I immediately think of the capabilities of the Specter. Like that's where my mindset goes, just because it is still just very, very strong. Or not the Specter. I was looking at one. I would say actually the I'm out. It'd probably still just be the longbow ranger. It's just you can't go wrong with it, you know. Like, yeah, everywhere we go is not a good time because I get dazed infinitely. Nah, it's okay. It's all right. Deadeye is a good option. Deadeye is always fun to play with, and especially with the rifle, I think it's always a good choice. And honestly, I would even go with the Dragon Hunter. The Dragon Hunter is a good, fun way to play as well. I think that's something that you might end up having some fun with. Now, what I will say, given all of... Let's go to... I'm Gates of Madness, so let's go to Alpine. What I will say about the Dragon Hunter, though, is that it is deceptively simple, but it's still a lot of fun. You have a good time with it. Dragon Hunter's so great. They're insanely helpful and would have stopped playing already if it not for you. I appreciate that. And yeah, that Spectre got really cocky, but again, it was like a 1v3 or something. I haven't PvP'd much since my I created my Elementalist brawler build, so I'm a bit out of touch of what actually works and what doesn't. So I'm finding out that double dagger does not work. That's not where we go. Alrighty, what is my Wizard's Vault daily? Okay, oh, well, never mind. I already got that. Let's see. I need to deal some damage to enemy players, 500,000. World versus world objectives. I have to defeat some invaders. Okay, very good. That's not bad. I like that. I like that. I'd love to see how Power Pistol Weaver be a thing in PvP. The previous best Power Weaver build in PvP was a Fresh Air Scepter, yeah. And it went downhill shortly after the Scepter rework. I still feel like Power Sword is not a bad option. And again, I haven't don't trust my opinion with PvP. I haven't messed with it here in a little bit, so I don't know exactly. But I could see the Power Pistol Weaver come about, you know. And Jared, convergences, wink wink. I actually have a handful of videos on my plate already, so I do want. I think what I need to do is actually get into the convergences and how they work, and actually talk about them a little bit better versus me just, you know, kind of reading off the wiki. I feel like that's not. Yeah, if you have the real experience, I think it's a lot better, you know. The one hit kill class that can delete you. Oh, okay. Your best option for that, I would say, is probably a Deadeye. And now it's not necessarily one hit; it's a couple of hits. I'm not. It's false advertisement if I go any other way with it. But they still do a ton of damage. Like, what's it? Power Deadeye. Power Deadeye is still crazy. Like, I would still go for that. Pistol Dagger for Ellie. I feel like Dagger Offhand is just always is such a good option anyway, you know? Like, I enjoy it, and I especially love the Earthquake Churning Earth combo in Earth, like bam, bam. However, the only thing I will say about the Dagger setup for the Elementalist would be the fact that you have to basically be in melee combat. Like, you have to be fairly close to use all of these abilities. I think the only ability that would really help you is Ride the Lightning, and you could do a melee combo that way. I think would be your best bet, but you're on our team. There's not a whole lot of action happening here. Let's get do canning. No, but it's fun. It's fun theorizing what's going to happen, and I don't know if any of you guys checked out the thief changes that are coming. The one that you where they get the axe, the main hand axe. Like, that looks pretty cool. They said dual axe, but in the video they showed main hand axe. So I don't know. There might have been a typo. Oh, is that what my video looks like? Good lord, who is running this stream? I tell you what. Configure. There we go. Jeez, who turned out the brightness? Good lord. Now it's super dark. And I have arrived. There you go. For some reason, if I don't set it up appropriately, it gets kind of like laggy. It's weird. But what's interesting is to see the different interactions with, specifically like how they have, it almost reminds me of, I can't remember her name, but she's one of the girls from League of Legends. She's one of the, she's like the Feather girl, Feather ADC. I'll be honest with you, I still, to this day, watch League of Legends videos. I don't even play the game. I don't care to play the game. Oh. Oh, I'm a MOA. Not a good place to be. Pick up the bold, refreshing taste that satisfies. Mountain Dew. From the bold citrus kick of the original to the delicious rush of cherry flavor in Mountain Dew Code Red. A charge of raspberry flavor in Mountain Dew. Okay, I'm good. Mountain Dew Major Melon that's bursting with watermelon flavor. Try the bold flavors of Mountain Dew. Do the do. Tap the banner to learn more. Honey, come here, quick.
What is it?
Shh, check it out. The prices on all these highly rated tequilas are amazing. Total Wine must have.
Oh, not enough.
Nope, they always have the
The Chrono came over. Oh, there's a Reaper too. Can't escape. There we go. So you guys are just watching a Caffeinated Dad Death stream. Is that the real one? Can I even hit him? I'm going to res. I'm not giving you the points. Nope. I'm going to make you work for it. You got to come down here. You got to work for it. Reaper is getting swords. I'm interested to see how the Reaper sword effect plays out. Okay, no, it's fine. It's fine. I'm already dead. Thank you. I'm interested to see how the Reaper sword, the dual swords come out. I can't imagine. I want to see more interaction, especially with the Reaper and the dual swords. I want to see more interaction with like lifesteal. Because like when I think of the Necromancer, I kind of already think lifesteal. So I'm like, whoa, why aren't we doing this already? Let's go see if we can handle that a little bit better. Getting Moa'd is unfortunate, but I also didn't try to run. Now, I also know something else, one of the videos that I am working on that I'd like to get out, hopefully by Sunday, is the New Player's Guide to the Warrior. And I actually take special mention of the, specifically of the, what do you call it? The staff coming to the Warrior. Moa'd. That Moa is so cheap. You guys have watched me die no less than 17 times in the 10 minutes that I've been streaming. I gotta stop doing PvP today. Power Sword Weaver might be a good thing after the next patch, after give the Woven Stride some condition cleanse. Okay. The things Sword Weaver lacks in ability is to stick to the opponents. That's true. And deal melee damage, or deal damage at melee range and cleanse conditions. Woven Stride. So yes, Sword Weaver tends to be more oriented around being able to stay in combat and stick with combat. I think is always like that's always going to be its best suited, and that's why even like a Bunker Weaver is a thing. I think Sprigham a while ago on my channel made a build where all he did was specifically the it was like a Bunker Weaver that used a sword and then elementals, and it actually was like really good. You cleansed a ton of conditions just passively. Like it was really, really strong. Would solve the condition cleanse issue and the speed boost issue from Woven Stride. Relic, speed bonus, permanent speed. Yeah, and I think that might be what I'd like to see, honestly, with like and again, you have to have every, we'll say, oh, is there some things going on over here? There is. Who's attacking what? Oh, no more PvP. Keep note of that, guys. I was trying to help that guy out too. Also, buffing sword 3 skills might have fun. Burst potential with the unravel utility skill. Unfortunately, the stereotypical condition fire weaver build will also have access to these. Are you rezzing? What a gent! Oh, and that willbender got it off. What a gent. I think really no matter where you go as far as like fire, that's the only reliance. Oh, can't talk. Wait for it. Maybe? Maybe we'll get a turnaround. Oh no. Nope. Lost my buddy. He died. Why did I go back in? Mistakes were made. CC'd to death. Can I dodge roll out? Nah, too many conditions. Oh, not enough. Not enough. We didn't do bad there, actually, for a little bit. Me and the Chrono who was helping me. Hi, I'm new to this game. Wonder if I can have some mounts without the expansion. So if you don't have any of the expansions, if you have nothing, I think you get to use the core. I'm pretty sure you get to use the core. You get to use the Raptor for, I think it's like, but it's like on a timer or something along those lines. Like you only get to use it for a little bit, just to kind of get you to a taste to give it a shot. I've already done. Look, I've already almost got my weekly done. There we go. But like the expansions, of course, Mount of Path of Fire has all the mounts that you would need. Living World Season 4 has Skyscale and Roller Beetle. End of Dragons has your your turtle, and then of course Secrets of the Obscure has the Skyscale a little bit faster. So I mean, you have your options of what you want to do and what will work, but what I will say is that you get a 10-hour trial with the Raptor. So it's kind of like meant to entice you to play and purchase the expansion. That's essentially what it's doing. It is it's interesting to see if that is something that they include moving forward. Like if they just make it baseline, I guess, is the easiest way to put it. Because I feel like it's kind of silly not to include a Raptor, or at least the Raptor. Give them the Raptor for free. No, hey, is that Sneb? No, there's Sneb. Look at that. And we can't do anything. I think it would be fun. I think it would be fun specifically for the new players and the new player experience, because there's a lot of walking that you got to do in the the core story, in the baseline core Tyria. So having some type of assistance, I feel like, is always going to be, like, you need that. You need that for the players who are just trying to get into the game, and it's also kind of a hook, you know. Like you get players who are like, now interested into the game. Because there is essentially a separate reason for them to come in and try it out and to play. Like there's something new. And I feel like that's something that ends up getting overlooked a little bit. First time I uninstalled Guild Wars 2 was because of the walking, and then I bought the first 2 expansions. Like it is really funny how that works, because even just having like the bare minimum of convenience, I still feel like is always going to be at the benefit of the game. Like, like I don't know why they don't make a larger effort to do so. This is a willbender. And we'll claim for CDG. Why not? Where's my... I'm just trying to figure out these dailies, but... No, probably not going to go there. Slowly swapping to Ranger Daddy. I'm a fellow Ellie main, but a long time. But it's funny. This is, by the way, over on Twitch, Zero Dare. It's funny is because like for a long time I looked at the Mesmer, specifically the Mesmer, as an option of me playing something different. You gonna try it? You gonna try it? No, you're just gonna run away. Okay. No, you're gonna turn around. Got bogeys. Now there's 2. Up high. Let's continue. Yeah, we're gonna continue all the way through because he's gonna go in. Oh no, you actually went in. I wasn't expecting you. I'm sorry. There's not a whole lot that I can do. You know what? I've already died like 72 times this stream, so. Oh, there's the Moa again. Sorry, buddy, I couldn't help you. Nah, there's too many of them. I don't have my block up. Condition damage, rotting. No! I died for a good cause. I had to go back in there and help my dude out. I couldn't let him go. Couldn't let him die alone. He's been following me, and he even said hi. Ugh, can't do it. Man, I was gonna add ChatGPT to the Discord bot, but using an API key from all of them costs money. Oh, that sucks. Going to let you die alone. God knows I'm terrible at this game. Clip it, ship it, you know what happened. Yeah, I've tried to do Mesmer and to hook up into the game, into the solo world. Then Ellie came out, and I was like, it's a lot. It's playing the Ellie for the first time. I think really is. It's a bit taxing, I think is the easiest way to put it. Like it is, but let's do low. We don't need all that. It is a bit taxing, but what I will say is that once you figure it out, it's a ton of fun. Every time. Are you just gonna like? I'd be happy to do a 1v1 if people would let me know. Let me go. It's taxing at first, but once you figure out the LA, it's a ton of fun. It really is. And it's something I would recommend. I would recommend trying the Ellie. What are you? You're the willbender and then the Reaper. I'm not trying to do anything, just passing through. If you'll excuse me. And they're in the same guild too. It's probably why they're always together. Yeah, I do think that Gw2 hasn't announced an expansion. ArenaNet hasn't announced an expansion sale here soon. And I feel like they have to. They have to do it at least some point soon. And the only reason being is because it's like that's like one thing that they've been lacking for a very long time. Like they haven't done that one. I can't even remember the last time that they actually had a decent sale. Not to say like that they're like being cheap, but I don't know. It's like one of those things that I really do hope. Dude, can you just let me be? Just try. It's just me and these this Reaper and this willbender. I'm just trying to live my life. Just trying to live my life and kill all of your caravans. Yeah, but once you figure it out, once you figure out the elementalist, it ends up becoming heck of a lot easier. Then Ellie. Is there a truth about Guild Wars 3? To what end? Is that there will be a Guild Wars 3 or that there won't? Where do you think you're going, ONG? Oh, hey, it's the Reaper again. I'm so happy to have found you. Nah. Not enough. Died again. Hey Tony, what's going on? So if I were to look at Guild Wars 2 and what they would do for Guild Wars 3, there's a couple ways that they can spin it. And I don't know necessarily if any of them really it's going to be a rough transition. If they do anything, I think their best bet would be for them to talk about, essentially explain how they're going to transfer all the 10 years of Guild Wars 2 content and we'll say all the great things that they've added to the game. And if they transition it properly, let me explain it like this without doing too much, a lot of hand movement. If they do it properly, then what they're going to do is find a way to carry over the base, all the information, everything that they've done from this game. So all the achievements, all your great stuff, and transition it over to Guild Wars 3. If there was like a 1-to-1 or like even like an 80% carryover, I think that they could announce a Guild Wars 3, updated graphics, updated everything, and be good to go. I think that they would be able to do that. And Windshark got it right actually over on YouTube, more playable races. But it takes that amount of effort and trust that when they announce Guild Wars 3 that they're not just going to completely kill the game. Because if they don't announce it properly, then it will be the death of Guild Wars 2. Because why am I going to keep playing Guild Wars 2 if I know that all my achievements are essentially going to become less relevant? I want to play where the people are. Or whatever Ariel said in Little Mermaid. Prediction is, we know they're working on expansion number 5. Yeah, and that also plays into it, is that they are actively working on the next expansion for Guild Wars 2. And there's part of me that says, like, they don't need to do anything. They don't need to change anything. I'm tired of getting my ass kicked right here. So let's go over to Fort Aspenwood. They don't need to change anything really right now. Like, if they keep their status quo, they have a healthy, we'll say, player base. They have people who are interested in playing, daily, monthly, weekly, what have you. And if they keep this cycle up, then, essentially they can keep the game running. Will it be as super duper exciting as, like, when it first came out, or even like the expansions? Probably not. But if they did a good carryover, and actually Windshark made a good point. If they did a good carryover from like what they did with Guild Wars 1 to Guild Wars 2, where if you had so many achievements, so many titles, you get special effects and items in Guild Wars 2, I could see that. I could be on board for that. I did master the harder spec, and then, well, what can I do? And I was like, Ellie, but Ranger is like, hey, see, Ranger is like one of those ones that's like, it seems difficult. It does, or, well, excuse me, no, not Ranger. Oh, this just turned, didn't it? Yep, and I just got caught. I'm about to die again. Oh no, mistakes were made. I am in the wrong place at the wrong time once again. Do. Miss me. You gonna chase me? No. The Ranger is just a seamless, we'll say, like, experience. Honestly, every time I've played the Ranger, I've just been like, this just feels almost like effortless. Like, I don't really have to do much to be decent at Ranger. And I'm not the best player in the world, and I'll be the first one to admit it. But it seems a heck of a lot easier to play the Ranger than it does to play really any of the other classes. I'd even make a shot at, like, Necromancer, too. Necromancer's fairly straightforward. If they did Guild Wars 3, it would have to carry over equipment and skins, or a lot of people would not switch, and their player base would be split between 2 games that each need to be managed. That is true. And that's also we'll say, kind of the downside of if they fumble that announcement. They could announce a Guild Wars 3, but if they mess it up, that is essentially the death of the game, or the death of the company, because now you already have a smaller niche, and now you're taking it a step further and making it even smaller. So it's kind of like pick your poison, honestly, at this rate. Oop. Let's see. How far am I on my weeklies, actually? Defense event, invaders, captain. No. Oh, that one was in the edge of the mist. Yeah. But they are talking about more yearly expansions. But how old is WoW? WoW technically came out in 2004. However, it has had a heck of a lot more graphic overhauls and, like a lot of things that have kept it interesting. They've also publicized the game a heck of a lot more. They've had like sponsored tournaments and stuff like that. So like, I can't sit there and say that, you know, you can compare ArenaNet and Blizzard on a 1-to-1 scale, because I feel like that's unfair. But having said that, like, ArenaNet does have something unique in and of themselves, and it's difficult, because I know if they could, they would make the game a lot bigger. They would do things that make the game more interesting. They would, all these fun things that they can add into it. But there's always a but. The problem that they run into is that they don't have the same structure and the same, we'll say, like, financial capabilities as Blizzard. Blizzard does their subs, they have their complete merch lines, everything. Everything that they have is, like, built to sustain itself. And that's kind of where Guild Wars 2 is just kind of like, hey, we've made a, you know, a couple new skins, and, you know, here you go, isn't this cool? And that's about it, unfortunately. Probably a reason why I don't think I'll ever get invited to become an ArenaNet partner, because I criticize the game. I criticize their practices. Like, honestly, I feel like more than anything. But I don't know, like, it's the same thing as, like, you guys criticize me here over on YouTube or over on Twitch. Like, if I say something, like, you know, and I have an opinion and I put myself out there, then I am eligible for being essentially criticized and looked at with a finer tuned comb. But again, you know, that could just be how I think. I would say work on Guild Wars 2 instead of an expansion. I wish they would work on alliances, PvP, revisiting the raids, balancing. Did I get shot by something? There we go. Oh, hey, nice. I'm apparently collecting a spoon. Lots of spoons. Yeah, we came in second. No, I earned 32 pips. Revisiting raid, balancing classes. I would love for them to do some stuff with the old content. So, like, the raids for the dungeons and stuff like that. I would love for them to do that. Now, what's interesting, or what they could do, and I think it would be a ton of fun, is that if they did something along those lines, where they did a whole bunch of rebooting of all of their original content, and I would, I really feel like a lot of players would be excited to just have that, like, especially the players who've been playing the game for a long time, who were just interested in playing the, you know, having that content. And especially dungeons were such a cool idea. I know they got replaced by fractals, but, like, it was cool, you know, like, it was fun. I've been playing a bit of Rev Mesmer. It's so weird having a point where all my skills are on cooldown and I'm just auto attacking. It's weird to me. That is something weird that I never quite get. Oh, someone decapped that already. Let's head back down south. I went too far forward. Dungeon revamp, bar. I think that would be something really cool, honestly. Like, if they did that, if they did a dungeon revamp, I would be very excited about. I'd be very excited about that. You can make your stream a no woke safe space. All joking aside on that, MJB, like, it's I feel like everyone deserves a safe space. That is what I will say, in the effort of not getting mega canceled, like all the weird shit that I say on all my videos. What did I say in my I think it was my hardcore berserker build. I was like, I had to go. It was like the Norn quest where you had to go and rescue the Norn racial quest. Story mission where you had to go and rescue the Warhorn from someone. it's like I had to go blow a guy away with the Warhorn, and it's like, there's a lot of ways that this can be taken, but we're going to try to take it in the most PC way as possible. How about that? Speaking of dungeons, I'm so glad they did so many bug fixes.
these highly rated tequilas are priced so low. Total Wine must have made a mistake.
No, they've had the lowest prices for over 30 years.
Whoa! I mean, whoa.
Find what you love in Total Wine and More. Drink responsibly, B21.
Oh, I could have had that. Stealth builds. I could have got that. I'm actually really sad with myself. I could have had that. Well played by the Spectre, but that pisses me off. I am not happy. I am a grumpy caffeinated dad. Ugh. I would like to say no one deserves to be homeless, hungry, or sober. The last one got me. The last one was really good, Toady. Oh, man. I could have got that, and I could have beat that Spectre, but I messed up my targeting, and when I hit with Earth and Rush, the Dagger 3 Earth ability, I went the wrong direction and created too much space. That's where I could have been. Homeless, hungry, or sober. Yeah, you should have the option, right? Bar, how many years? How many years? What do you mean? Since the last time that they did anything with dungeons? Where are we at? Yeah, Zero's over there is like, yeah, you could have done that. Yeah, I know. That's disappointing. You guys have watched me die like 100 times in, I don't know, like probably... It really hasn't been that long. It's been like 45 minutes and that's it. I probably died like 17 times. I just want the Dolyak. That's all I'm here for. Thank you. And I got the bag of loot. Give me the loot. I want the hooves. I can't remember the last time that they actually updated any, or we'll say much, of the dungeons. It has been a while. I love WoW dungeons in the day, and I wish Guild Wars 2 did something more involved. It's a skill issue. I'm gonna capture this. Is that the Spectre? Oh no. I think he killed the Spectre. Alright. This is probably gonna go poorly, but we're gonna see how well this works. You could tell how bad the enemies are with how shiny they are. Oh no, he's just leaving me alone, I think. Maybe? Let's see if you'll wave. Are you gonna be, are we gonna be good? We're gonna find out. I'm already in Air Attunement, so I think I'm pretty good. Oh, damn it, dodged. That's when he would attack! It's kind of dead content for them, let's be honest. Dungeons have always been a dead part of the game. True. And I guess it's like one of those things that, like, what else are they going to do with the dungeons that are already there, though? And, like, I like the idea of the dungeon rush, and then they fixed up some of the things to intrigue players to go back and try it again and try playing it some more. But, yeah, and Windshark, you actually got to it before I could even say anything about it. There's already more reasons, we should say, more reasons for players to just do... fractals of the mist, and they're a lot more accessible, they're a lot easier to get to, and you get a lot more, they're a hell of a lot more profitable. So it's like, you know, what incentive is there to do the dungeons? Because you got to incentivize the player in some way. You got to give them a reason to go in to try these things and to play something. So, you know, yeah, I think Zero over on Twitch, I think you might be right. It is kind of a dead part of the game, but I would like them to have a good reason for us to go back there. Like, aside from just, like, we'll say, fashion, really, is really the alternative. Oh, dear. It's these same folk. Is he gonna come and get me? We're gonna go down here. Yeah, I suppose it just depends on how you look at it. Should play some more World v World and need gifts of battle for some legendary weapon craft. Well, and that's part of the reason of why I wanted to actually focus on what I'm doing with World v World and actually do a couple of videos talking about it. Is because it is a ton of fun. And it doesn't look like I'm having fun, but I promise I'm having fun. I've died like 72 times. But it's like one of those things that the way that the World v World is set up and how nicely the community has kept it alive. Because let's be serious, like I think they would stop working on it and they would stop developing it if it wasn't receiving the look that they needed it to. But if they did something, and MJB, you actually got it right. I would actually be on board for that, which is the hello, we're old friends. Is that if they gave more incentive for players to go out and try, we'll say, like dungeons and stuff like that. If you revamped them and put like a mega dungeon boss, kind of like what they did actually with, I say World of Warcraft, what they did with, like, I think it was Karazhan in Legion, where they had upper and lower, but it was like a mega dungeon. And then I think it was, I couldn't remember the other one for Battle for Azeroth, but essentially, like, they gave more of an incentive to do these large dungeons. That works out well. That works out really well. Give us a reason to want to play those older forms of content other than just fashion, you know? Yeah, bar, exactly. Better rewards. Can have a, that'll bring, okay, like, I could even be on board for that. Like, an instant, a legendary weapon drop. Like, you complete the dungeon, at the end of the dungeon, the final boss has a 0.5% chance of dropping a legendary weapon. Like, okay, you have my attention. I will go back and I'd do all those dungeons. And maybe you put it on like a weekly thing, like where it could only happen once a week, or maybe only once a day. But, you know, some dungeons for crafting legendaries, true. And you also, I think I can't remember the currency. There's a currency that's tied to it. It's like battle rewards or dungeon rewards. Hold on. I have a bunch of them and I don't even remember where the hell I got them from. No, it's not these. There's something that's with them. It's not magnetite shards. There's something that goes along. Interesting. I'm moving on. All right, we might have another fight on our hand. Oh, and we dodged it. Oh, that's embarrassing. What do you got? Vindicator. All right, so if this fight goes down, I was going to say the Mechanist is probably our best bet. Dodge. Oh, look. There we go. Oh, yeah, I'm going to troll you. We're going to fight. We're going to do it. What are you? You're a diamond invader. Which means that you've probably done quite a bit of World v World. In the realm of Mad God, there were some boring dungeons, but people ran them multiple times a day for the loot drops. Yeah, like, I see, and that's what I'm getting at. Is like, I would be on board for certain things like that, where you could get a unique reward or unique something that is beneficial no matter when you get it, which is important, because you can't just have it like, oh, okay, well, you know, this is, you know, something that's easily replaceable once you get exotic gear or something. No, give me something that is like legitimately a decent reward for the effort and the time that I put into, or the time and effort that a group put in, I think is important. Zero said, I think it would be cool over on Twitch, said, I think it would be cool if they add more chapters. Oh, okay, your ally. Don't scare me like that. If they add chapters into dungeons like the end of paths, you can choose to continue the history of Ascalon or whatever during that would actually be pretty cool. I actually think that would be a unique idea, almost in that sense of like, you get to continue on and you keep to grow the story kind of like on your own. But again, it's your decision. And we gotta wait a minute and a half. Now, whoops. Like making dungeons more interesting. What was that? That was a scout. Dungeons more interesting in lore and pushing players to follow the scenario to enjoy deeper content. And then again, I would say between that and better achievements are probably going to be your best bet. Like, there are ways that you can make people want to do content. There is ways. You just gotta go out there and figure it out. All right, folks, I am getting close to the end. What's error aborted? Let's see if we can't get in one more fight. It's been a fight. Today was a fight. You guys watch me die a lot. All right, that one's almost done. I gotta defeat 10 invaders. Well, that shit ain't happening. Yeesh. All right, let's see. Let's go see if we can cause a fight. And then end the stream that way. It is towards the end of my coffee break.
It's 15 or more headache days a month.
I say it's my coffee break. It's basically my lunch break. Do 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 do.
Adults with migraine who have 14 or fewer headache days a month. Ask your doctor about Botox.
Botox is a prescription medicine injected by your doctor. Effects of Botox may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away. Difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness.
Yeah, got him. Okay.
Patients with these conditions before injection.
I was kind of hoping there was like someone I could fight. Sheesh. Probably gonna find someone over there.
Fatigue and headache. Allergic reactions can include rash.
This is like where the happening is.
Don't receive Botox if there's a skin infection,
Renan, thank you for grabbing a cup over on YouTube. I appreciate you.
including ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease, myasthenia gravis.
I gotta figure out my Twitch bot because I don't think it works anymore. I used to have it.
Talk to your
Can I fight you?
doctor and visit
Come on, let's fight.
migraine.com or call 1-800-44-BOTOX to learn more.
Oh, dodge it. Yay, we finally got a kill. Mom, get the camera. Had a dead eye, completely helped me. Yay! Like that was the only positive kill that I had, I think, all stream, and it was a outplay or an out 1v1. It's rude, I know. He's probably gonna go and attack him. Yep, I could have called that. Sam, what's up, buddy? Unfortunately, you caught me like right towards the end. Yeah, I was gonna say you should probably be inside your base. They'll Ructus. You decide on if I should install Gw2 or not. So I think, and I think Sam's right. There's never been a better time to play. Like there's a really good, like we'll say, amount of content and lots of things to do right now. And I would recommend playing it right now if you can reinstall it and play it and figure it out. I would also try to get your mounts unlocked as quickly as possible because I feel like that's going to be your best bet. Honestly, across the board, I think it's just going to be your best option just because, well, you know, walking all over Tyria isn't fun. It is not a lot of fun. But yes, I think you should. I think you should definitely try Gw2 and upload or reload it and then go. Do it. Do it now. Path of Fire, yes. Which class do you have the hardest time fighting in World v World or PvP? Honestly, it depends on the spec. It really depends on the spec. The specs can change a lot, but I would say if I had to pinpoint one specific one, I would say it is probably... I'd probably say Mesmers. I have the most difficulty with Mesmers just because of the illusions and how often I cast with the amount of confusion that they can inflict. Ellie's attack really fast. They can use a lot of their skills quickly, which means that I can also get completely burnt out by all of my condition stacks. So that's what I will say. All right, folks, this is the end of the coffee break. It has been fun. I'll be live again on Monday. On Monday, I'm going to be continuing my playthrough of Guild Wars 1. Hope to see you guys there. It's lots of fun. Aside from that, stay caffeinated, folks.